Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mulligan's Island. How we doing tonight? Studio audience, how we doing? It's great to see you guys. This guy's sitting off to my side. Looks kind of like me. Hi, Luis.
Do I look like you?
Luis Mulligan, my kid, is going to join me tonight as special guest, and I'm so glad you guys are going to join us, too. You know the deal. Go get yourself something fun to drink. Let your friends know about this because that sure helps out our family when we get new faces watching the show. Thanks for all your support of the show, and I'll tell you what, we always kick it off with a man who just finished doing the sound check with us, Rudy B. and Beth. They are watching us from Phoenix, and, of course, Rudy wrote the theme song. I'm just coming off a great tour with Rudy and Kelly McGuire. It was a lot of fun, and tonight's going to be a lot of fun, too. Luis is going to do a few songs on his own. He's even going to join me for a few, and we may even get a surprise guest up. The suspense is already building. Let's kick things off with a theme song written and performed by Rudy B. with John Patty on the steel pan. Take it away, guys.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? It is great to have you here. The circus is back in town. Pablo and Anais are on audio and visual tonight. We got Elsa helping out, too. She just got in town from Alamos. And, of course, my kid Luis is going to be out here in just a moment. He's going to sit on that bar stool with me, and he's going to play a few songs. I'm really excited because some of you guys Saw Luis on the show probably a year ago when he was just really kind of learning how to do this. Well, he's been off at music school, and I'm really excited to have him on tonight so that you guys can kind of see the progress that he's making. It's going to be fun. He's even to join me for a couple songs, too, so stay tuned. We're already getting requests, and in fact, this first song was requested by 2 of you already. I want to send this one out for Dennis, who is watching us up in Alaska, Dennis Swarner. And see, Dennis, I said your name right that time. And I want to send this out for Jeff Price, who I just saw on my tour with Kelly McGuire. Jeff was at my show in Cave Creek when we did our Jimmy Buffett tribute. And Jeff, this song goes out for you. It was great seeing you, and it was such a fun tour with Kelly McGuire and Rudy B. Thanks to all you guys who came out. Already in the mood to turn around and run. How about you guys? From a weekend paradise, I got used to holding you close every night. As we come down from the clouds and touch the ground, you're squeezing my hand so tight. But if paradise is behind us, where we learned less is really more, and all we needed was each other, then what are we coming back for? You know how it goes. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or just hang out on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. This big old city so full of people buzzing around like flies, all stressed out in their everyday world, dressed up in their suits and their ties, trying to achieve the next level. With a bonus they can buy that new car or a big house just to keep the family. They think those things are who they are. Let's do it, guys. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. You know this part. La 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 la. Now we were suffering from a delusion. We could leave all this behind. No choice but collect our baggage, get ready for that 9-to-5 grind. As we bugged our way to the exit, I could see the question in her eyes. So I answered with a smile and I grabbed her hand. Next plane back to paradise. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. You know what was so cool about doing that song on the tour with Kelly is Kelly wrote that song. And it was the first song of his that he wrote that ever got played on Radio Margaritaville. First song I ever sang to make it on Radio Margaritaville. So, Kelly, if you're out there watching, thank you for letting me record that song. We've got fun folks who are watching this show tonight. I want to say hi to Gordy and Karen watching us up in Seattle. Nice to have you guys with us. Gordy, you guys spend a lot of time in Baja California. We've shown your videos before of like your whale watching that you've done there in the southern part of Baja. Well, many of you guys might know we are going to Baja California on November the 8th, and this is going to be fun. San Felipe, Baja California, going with Kelly McGuire, who we were just talking about, and Sonny Jim, who I hope will be joining us tonight too, watching the show. And not only that, but Mike Nash is going to crash the party too, along with 3 or 4 other entertainers, Natasha James, and some great entertainers from the Baja area, November 8th through 10th. They're going to announce the details, the lodging details on this on May the 1st. All the ticket information comes out. It's going to be a big event. And I want to get you in the mood to go to Baja California. So I'm going to play this new song for you. You guys have only heard it one time on this show, and it's just called Baja California. Let's go to San Felipe. And after the song, we're to get my kid Luis up here to join us. It's been a long time, but it seems like yesterday. I was just some crazy kid camped on the beach. And I still recall the way those summer stars shone, a billion of them, barely out of reach. How the time flies. But lately my mind's roaming down the back roads to that distant hidden shore. Back to the kid I was before this guy I turned into. Time I ain't wasting anymore. Baja California, here I come. Done my time, now my time is done. Kayaks on the water, sails under the sun. Baja California, here I come. So hit the gas, let that old odometer spin. Won't be long until I cross that line. No looking back, no second thoughts, no regrets. What's ahead beats what I've left behind. Baja California, here I come. Gonna enjoy my time before my time is done. Paddle boards and sandy shores and cerveza, I'll have one. Baja California, here I come. Here I come. Clear blue waters, laid back days. Sand dunes and sunshine are calling out my name. Is this getting you guys in the mood? 'Cause I'm in the mood. Gonna have some good times, a whole lot of fun. Baja California, here I come. Baja California, here I come. It's been a long time, but it seems like yesterday. I was just some crazy kid camped on the beach. Hope you will join us. Sonny Jim, Kelly McGuire, Mike Nash, myself, and a bunch of other entertainers November 8th through 10th in San Felipe, Baja California. And on that note, I say we get my kid Luis up here. He's out there flirting with his girlfriend right now. But Luis, come on up here and join us. It's going to be nice to have him playing. We've got great requests coming in. Want to thank you guys. Hi, Maria McMillan. I see you on there. Hi, Norma. Jean's watching us, too, from Costa Rica. Wow. Somebody's watching us from Arenal. That's the volcano down in Costa Rica. I love it. Mike Reiner, Mike and Kylie, nice to see you guys. Tim Scott always likes to go back to my first album. Tim, I'm not sure I can do that one for you, but think of something else. And in the meantime, hold on. Let's get you in there, Luis. Luis Mulligan. Say hi to your fans out there.
Hello, fans.
So, Luis, tell these folks what you've been doing the last year.
So in August, I started, I got into music school, into college. So I've been studying classical music for the last year.
Yeah.
It's not the funnest, but it does help a lot. So it's been fun. I've got to enjoy it a little bit, and I've made like new friends.
Well, great. Well, I'll tell you what, of course, Luis says he's been studying classical music, and of course, it's challenging, and it's a little different than what I've been playing for you, but like I've explained to Luis, when you learn classical music like that, you can play any style, and you can really branch out. But speaking of, can we do something different? I'd love to hear one of the songs, Luis, that you play up at the University of Sonora, right up the road in Hermosillo. Why don't you give us a little, a song that you play, okay? You guys ready to get all cultural on us? Give it up for my kid, Luis Mulligan. Luis, take it away.
All right. Okay. I don't remember the name of this study, but it is hard.
I wish I could do that on songs. I don't know the name of this song, and it's hard. No, I'm kidding.
It's like a weird name, like
all right.
Study number 6 by some...
All right. Is everybody ready to hear Study number 6? Wow. We'll see if we have a video to go with us. Study number 6, everybody. Luis, take it away.
All right, thank you.
Luis, that was really cool. Give it up for Luis. Well, I think Luis ought to stay up here with me and do a song. What do you guys think? Is that cool? So, Luis, I know those songs are kind of challenging. We're going to play around with the EQ. I know we had some sound issues, but nice job, Luis. That's the stuff he's doing in school presentations. And don't forget, a year ago, Luis was the last guy to make the cut for that music class. And, we were really proud of it. It was a really dicey thing, him getting in there, but we're really glad that he got in and little by little making some progress. So, all right. Luis, why don't we do... Now, what I love is Luis wanted to do this song tonight, and we decided we'd make it a total family affair. If I'm going to have Luis on, if I'm going to have Luis on, he thought if we were to do a song, we ought to do a song that was written by my brother David. Of course, David was a wonderful entertainer with a couple of solo albums out, and he played with Nicky Bloom and the Gramblers. And this next song is one that David wrote for his original first album, which was called The Late Great Southwest. I love the song. In fact, David went to Nashville and recorded this one with me as a duet. And Luis and I are going to try to pull it off together, but Luis refuses to play unless the crowd goes crazy. Strum a little bit, Luis. Let's give it a shot. Here we go, guys. Ready? And if it starts doing that, yeah, just put your fingers on it. Send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. When you're gone. 'Cause I've been wondering where you're moving now that you're moving on. You ain't talking very much. You won't look me in the eye. You've been hiding from the crowd. You ain't home when I drop by. You've been saving up your breath. You've been whispering on the phone. Sounds like you got yourself a plan. I bet you thought I didn't know, but I can hear it in your tone. Oh. Send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. When you're gone. 'Cause I've been wondering where you're moving now that you're moving on. Let's do it, Luis. Letters, 'cause you talked that way before, and nothing's ever showed up at my door. So I ain't hoping now anything more than a postcard. A postcard. A postcard. Send me a postcard where you wind up when you're gone. Send me a postcard where you wind up when you're gone. Send me a postcard. Yeah, Luis, good job, man. I'm going to haul Luis back up here in just a little while, and already getting lots of congratulations from folks on there. People are saying, wow, good job, Luis. So we're going to get you back up here. Don't go too far away. Thanks for playing my brother Dave's song with me, too. Postcard. It's kind of nice to have my kid doing my brother's song with me. That was fun. We'll work the sound issues out, guys. But well, good. Already got more requests coming. Tim and Dina are handling the requests. And Tim, maybe I'll take a quick look at that. Well, I'll tell you what. ¿Tienes el video de Marisol, no? So Luis isn't the only kid here who is working on music. Turns out that one of my other kids has a project at school and is teaching herself, that just gave away which kid it was, teaching herself how to play piano and doing a good job on it. She's been doing this while I've been away on my road trip here. So let's head down to Alamos and over to my piano in Alamos and just see what's going on with Marisol. All right, guys, we are back. How about Marisol working on her song there? Is she doing a good job? Maybe one day I'll have her on the show with me here, but you know her. She will take over. I'll be on the sidelines. It'll be Marisol running the show. Hey, but my friend Mike up there, Mike and Kylie, they are watching us from Phoenix. They're good friends of mine who go to Rocky Point a lot, too. And they wanted to hear a song about that little girl who was just playing the piano. So this one goes out for Mike, Kylie, and for Marisol, who is watching us tonight. Mar means ocean, Sol means sun. Just in case you're wondering where her name came from. I never thought anything in life could ever be as beautiful as sea and sun together, at least until the day she came along. Now, oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Marisol. Oh, whoa, 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 her smile lights up my world. Oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Marisol. Oh, whoa, 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 she's just her daddy's girl. Sure, I love my sons, and roughhousing's fun, but there are things that only daughters do. Now that pink dress and those little shoes are matching, I can't believe she's already into fashion. She's gonna break a heart or two. Now, oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Marisol. Whoa, 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 her ribbons and her curls. Oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Marisol. Oh, whoa, 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 she's just her daddy's girl. She's growing up too fast, and each day she's prettier than the one before. Don't want to think about the day some kid comes knocking on my door, singing, oh, whoa, 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 I love your daughter, Marisol. Oh, whoa, 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 more than anything in this world. Oh, whoa, 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 he'll be in love with Marisol. Oh, whoa, 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 but she'll still be daddy's girl. She'll always be her daddy's girl. Oh, whoa, 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 I love my little Marisol. All right, going on for Marisol. Keep working on that piano. You know what's funny? We dug up. She's practicing right now, Elsa says. Well, I'll tell you what. We dug up out of the archives an old video. I think Anais has this. An old video of Luis when he was just, I don't even know if Luis could talk yet. He was just a couple years old. It's horrible audio quality, but I love the fact when you watch this video, here's Luis on a guitar, and I think 3 years old maybe, and he was already trying to form chords with his left hand, which is pretty cool. He wasn't just banging like most kids do. I know the audio is bad, but check this video out going back many, many years. That was Luis back there, and who knew back then that Luis would actually be studying music someday? That was pretty. He was a fun little kid too. One of my favorite things about Luis when he was a little kid, okay, he just I can relate to this kid. He just wanted to be left alone. So Luis, he did. He was kind of a loner back then, and we would say, "Luis, Grandma's on the phone," and we'd hand Luis the phone, and you know what he would say? He'd pick up the phone and go, "I love you, me too, bye bye." I love you, me too. I want to say that to every spammer I get for, every crank call I get. I'm going to do a song right here, and this is going to go out for Maria, who is watching us up in Canada. And Maria, I just saw, of course, your family, some of your family members. Saw Gary and Deb in Sun City West of the show. It was great seeing them. And thank you for joining us. And Maria's so far away. She's far away from San Carlos. She's missing it. I can tell from the song she requested. And after the song, we're going to get Luis back up for a song that you can sing along to. Got a constant craving, can't fight the urge. Try to kick the habit, but it keeps on getting worse. I've given up on rehab, it's far too late. This lifelong addiction is impossible to break. Give me some white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Intervention's useless, it's out of my control. 12 steps from the ocean, who needs 12 more? When you got white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! Maria, are you singing along in Canada? Now it goes back to my childhood, that very first trip. Watching the waves rolling mesmerized this kid. By the time they dragged me up the beach and shoved me in the car, I knew no matter where I'd go, I'd never get too far. From white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Now the sea's outside my window, there's a beach outside my door. Those three things still turn me on, just like long ago. What are they, guys? White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! So keep your change of seasons, the winter and the cold. Send me a postcard with pictures of the snow. I'll look at it and shiver and just shake my head as I'm putting on my flip-flops and stepping out instead into the white sand, the warm sun, and salty H2O. Take all your sweaters and set them on fire. Slap on some sunscreen, put on some Kelly McGuire. Then turn around and run right to the place you ought to be. Get your butt into some beach chair down here with me. In white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Now the sea's outside my window, there's a beach outside my door. Those three things still turn me on, just like long ago. What are they, Maria? White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! One more time. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. All right. right. Let's get Luis back up here to join me for a song. Luis, come on back up. All right, Maria, thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight. We got to get you back down here to Mexico, though. While Luis is getting plugged in, I can't wait to go to the beach with some of my friends who are here tonight. We are going to Cochoti Beach tomorrow. It's going to be a great, great time. Got a sold-out busload of people going. I just brought all the beer out there today. I hope the Cochoti folks didn't drink it all because there's a big ice chest of it waiting for us when we get out there. Hi, Leslie Salen. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for... Charlie and Claudia are watching us, too. I'm going to see them in Rocky Point very soon. Hi, Norma. So, Luis, you're plugged in. We took his microphone away because we're afraid of what he might say. So, you are... All right, well, so Luis is not going to have a microphone here, so I got to do all the talking. But anyway, Luis has always had really good taste in music. He really has. He's always been that kid who would go to a party and when everyone else is listening to techno, he likes acoustic stuff. He might be that guy who likes even an old bolero or something, an old song in Spanish or Jim Croce or something acoustic. And I'm not surprised that Luis wanted to play this song for you guys tonight. Any of you guys out there fans of Jack Johnson? Jack Johnson is a heck of a singer-songwriter, and Luis likes this song a lot. In fact, Luis, when you were a little kid, you used to like this song. He liked the name of it back then because it's called Banana Pancakes. And he likes banana pancakes. So we're going to play the song for you, Luis. Yep, I think we're good. So let's give this a shot and see what happens. Pablo, si algo... I got to say something in Spanish. Si algo pasa, Canal 4, puedes bajar el volumen de abajo o el low. And again, I have no idea what I just said. I think I just ordered a beer for somebody. All right, Luis, you ready? Can't you see that it's just raining? There ain't no need to go outside. So baby, hardly ever noticed the song was meant to do. Doing what you're supposed to, like waking up too early. Maybe we could sleep, we could close the curtains, pretend like it's raining now. We could pretend it all the time. Can't you see it's just rain? There ain't no need to go outside. Baby, like a ukulele, mama made a baby. Really don't mind the practice, 'cause you're my little lady. Lady, lady, love, I love to lay you lazy. We can close the curtains, pretend like there's no world outside. We can pretend it all the time. Can't you see it's just rain? Rain all day, I don't mind. The telephone is singing, ringing, but really don't pick it up. We don't need to, we got everything we need right here, and everything we got is enough. It's so easy when the whole world falls into your arms. Don't really need to pay attention to the alarm. Wake up slow, slow. But darling, you hardly ever know the show. The song was meant to show you're doing what you're supposed to, like waking up too early. Maybe we could sleep, make banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now. We could pretend it all the time. Can't you see it's just rain? There ain't no need to go outside. The telephone's singing, ringing, it's too early, don't pick it up. We don't need to, we got everything we need here, and everything we got is enough. It's so easy when the whole world falls into attention to the alarm. Wake up slow, wake up slow, wake up slow. Can't you see it's just raining? There ain't no need to go outside. Can't you see, can't you see? Rain all day, I don't mind. All right, that was kind of fun. A Jack Johnson song. Good request there, Luis. Well, I'll tell you what. I'd love you to give us another one. This is a little shorter song than you did before. But could you give us another example of something that you're doing up there at University of Sonora in Hermosillo? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Luis Mulligan. All right, take it away. I'll watch it. Well, that's beautiful. And what's the name of that one, Luis?
Study in G.
Study in G, everybody. All right, well, we're going to get Luis back up here in just a few minutes. Good job, Luis. He's doing great. And next song Luis gets up and plays with me, we're going to do a Mark Mulligan song for you. And he's going to play along with it. I love having Luis playing with me on my stuff. It's really fun for me as a dad watching, how Luis started out just... I still remember the day he walked in my room and said, "Dad, can I borrow your ukulele?" I said, "Oh, well, who wants to play it?" He said, "Me." I said, "You don't play ukulele." He says, "Well, I'll teach myself." And I think he taught himself off YouTube videos, and it wasn't long till he was coming in and asking for my guitar. And next thing I knew, he was kind of teaching himself guitar. And then, we got so lucky that he ended up getting into music school. This is just his first year that he's in right now, studying classical music, but I think he's doing a great job. And thank you guys for being here to support us tonight on this. Yes. All right, Tim, we've got some good requests, I can tell.
Are you ready?
I am. By the way, Mike, come over here. This is my friend Mike, and his wife Jamie is out there. This is Mike. Jamie, come here so they can see you too. Because this is the couple that always, Mike says she's the better looking part. I always include them on the dedication to I Want to Love You Like That, because no matter where they are, they always get off their couch, or even if it's on their boat, and they dance to this song, I Want to Love You Like That. So Mike and Jamie were with us last week in Phoenix as our studio audience when we did the show with Kelly McGuire. Here they are with me tonight, and tomorrow we're going out to Cochoti Beach with a busload of friends. They're awesome people, and Mike tonight is also working as my personal bartender. Give it up for Mike.
Thank you, Tim.
If the show falls apart, it's Mike's fault. I could use some more ice. All right. So we got some good... is Eric watching us? Is Eric Stone watching us tonight? I can't believe it. Eric, if that's you watching, wow, I'm honored that you're part of the show. Eric's a longtime friend. We've known each other, since this whole trop rock thing got started in the early 90s. He's one of the originals. I don't know how many of you guys out there have Eric Stone albums or books. The guy's an author now, too. And he's put out about as many albums as I have. We've had great times in Mexico. He's played with me in San Felipe before, as a matter of fact. He came to one of the original Island Fests here in San Carlos, and he's just a good dude. He also introduced me to my producer, Kenny Royster, in Nashville, and my band up there. And a lot of these albums would not have happened had it not been for Eric Stone. And what's also really cool, Eric was the first guy to ever cover one of my songs. He covered my song, Somewhere South of Somewhere. He did his own version. I hate to tell you guys this. I'm not saying it because Eric's watching. I like his version better. I really do. But this is a song that Eric wrote with my producer, Kenny Royster. And Eric was, I believe, the first song that I ever covered by anybody else was this song right here. Eric, thank you for joining us. Hold on. Now I got to remember the first word. Hold on. Eric, this is so embarrassing. I played your song on my show before, and I'm forgetting the first word. I might need Eric to send me the first word to the song. Hold on. Still needing that first word, God. Got it. Thanks, God. Everybody remind me I owe God $5 extra in church this week. He does take bribes. The slam of the gavel set me free. She got all she ever needed. All I asked the judge to give to me was tied up down at the marina. 27 feet, white sails, and polished fiberglass. I christened her Island Time and set sail for paradise. She got the house on the lake and her own living maid, a swimming pool and a new Corvette, a savings account and alimony checks. But I got the ocean near St. Bart's, the trade winds and the stars, when I raised my sails on Island Time, 27 feet of water line. I got the whole 9 yards. "7 a.m. I bet she's in her car, bumper to bumper in traffic. I just woke up and went up on deck and fell back to sleep in my hammock. She got all the toys and all the noise crammed into a city crowd, while I'm down here on Island Time, all stretched out on the bow. She got the house on the lake and her own living maid, a swimming pool and a new Corvette, a savings account and alimony checks. But I got the ocean near St. Bart's, the trade winds and the stars, when I raised my sails on Island Time, 27 feet of water line. I got the whole 9 yards. Guys ready? She got the house on the lake and her own living maid, a swimming pool and a new Corvette, a savings account and alimony checks. But I got the ocean near St. Bart's, the trade winds and the stars, when I raised my sails on Island Time, 27 feet of water line. I got the whole 9 yards. I got the whole 9 yards. We got the whole 9 yards. One more time. I got the whole 9 yards. Song written by Eric Stone. Nice enough to let me record that one. That is off my Life in a Beach Town album. And sometime go on Eric Stone's website and check out his music, or just, Spotify, whatever. And pull up Eric's version of Somewhere South of Somewhere. He did it with my producer and my band in Nashville, and they did a great job on it. And I think you'll like Eric's stuff. And if you're into really good books, man, Eric is a really prolific author too. Very popular among the trop rock crowd with his books as well as his music. I'm going to do one more song. Then we're going to get Luis back up here. Charlie LeClaire, I can't wait to see you. The Dickinsons are back. I got a song coming up for them. Hammock, I got a song coming up for you too. Norma, yours is coming up. Good request. Hi, Dennis Swint, watching us in Texas. And I hear my drink being poured. And know what it sounds like, folks? It sounds like salvation. Thank you, Mike. Hold on. You are hired. Everybody give it up for Mike Miller, my personal bartender. Oh, just saying that makes me feel like a rock star. Let's see. All right. Well, this is a song that I don't get to play too often, but Charlie and Claudia are two of those people who, of maybe half a dozen people who request this song every year. And I'm so glad they do because of all my songs, even though it's not commercial at all. It's a song that means a lot to me. In fact, this song took me about 3 years to write. And the reason it did is because I really wanted every line in this song to really reflect my love for the Sea of Cortez and to be authentic. And I knew it wasn't a song that a lot of people were going to request, but I wanted this song on my First World Refugee album kind of for me. And Charlie and Claudia, I'm glad you've come to love this song too. And this one goes out for you guys. After this one, we'll get Luis back up here. The sun's coming up and the dogs are barking outside. She says this one's for luck, and she kisses him goodbye. He looks about 50, but he's only 35. Fishing ain't easy, but it's all that keeps him alive. But he can't quit now, he's got mouths to feed. So he heads that panga out to sea and goes out on one more run off the coast of nowhere. Now Spanish explorers and ghosts from long ago still haunt these tranquil waters, still roam these Cortez shores. And the voice of the Seri whispers on the wind, telling tales in a language nobody understands. How before the days of you and me, magnificent creatures ruled these seas, all through the centuries off the coast of nowhere. Marlins and mantas, dolphins and whales would put on a show for the men that set sail, conquistadors of a world untouched by time. Magnificent secrets were better left untold by dreamers and vagabond drifters and castaway souls. Pirates and thieves in search of pink gold on Mexican shrimpers all rusty and old are leaving one big empty wake behind. From Cabo to Quino, Peñasco to Mulligan, seems all that they left us are memories of yesterday. Now the sun's going down and the day is almost done. He takes one last look behind him and sees a silhouette of Tiburon, just like his father a generation before. Looks out on the water and he wonders how many decades more. vaquita disappears, and there's not much left of the sea turtle here. That day is getting near off the coast of nowhere. What's he gonna tell his son when the nets are empty and the fish are all gone? They say it won't be long. Going out for Charlie and Claudia. Going to see them in Rocky Point very, very soon. Let's get my kid Luis back up here to join me for a song. Charlie and Claudia, can't wait. I'm going to see you at the big show with Mike Nash. Now, just so you guys know, that show, from what I understand, is just sold out. That's a Thursday, May 9th show in Rocky Point. But I did hear from the owner that they've still got bar stools left. The tables are all gone. But if you want to get in there and grab a bar stool, I think they've got maybe half a dozen of those left. So check on my website. There's a link to it, markmulligan.net. Now, 2 days later, I'm going to be doing a show in Cholla Bay, just down the road from Rocky Point. And the details on that I should have up in the next couple days. That's going to be a fun one, too. So, Luis, welcome back. Let's do a song here. Maybe we could do, let's do Thank You. Yeah, let's do Thank You. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, we took Luis's mic away because it was causing some feedback. So we're going to just put him on guitar now. But hope everybody's having fun tonight. We got a great crowd watching, fun people, more requests coming up. Really, really appreciate the support from you guys, keeping the show going as long as you have. Many of you guys remember that for a couple of years here, Luis was handling all of our comments on the show. He had Tim and Dina's job. And it's funny, when Luis started doing this, he was so shy. And you guys, John Sherwin and Dennis Swint, and I mean, so many of you, Tom Copeland, you guys watching the show, you kind of brought Luis out of his shell, and he kind of became part of the group. So thank you guys for doing that. You've ruined my kid. I'm kidding you. And when I tell you thank you, well, that also happens to be the name of the song, which is another one that Luis wanted to do tonight. So, Luis, thank you for the request on this one. Oh, Luis says it's one of his favorite songs. Now, that means a lot to me. So, Luis, let's do this one together. Ready? 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Ready? 2, 3, 4. I was reading about this rock star, griping about his fans, how he's sick and tired of signing autographs, how people asking for pictures is such a total pain. I thought of you and raised my glass, 'cause I've sung in your backyard and had you jumpstart my car as this circus show moves from town to town. Slept on your couches and helped you polish off your rum. And through the years, one thing I found: we keep it real, man, that's our deal. And it's been that way ever since the start. You share so much of you, and I try to do the same every time I pick up this guitar. Now, writing songs, that's what I do. And I wrote this one to say thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you. 'Cause who knows where I'd be? Probably unemployed or in jail. Thank you. You've been with me through good times, you shared a lot of laughs, and you stuck with me when things got real bad. You even showed up on my doorstep with home-cooked meals, 'cause I learned how to be a single dad. Then you cheered me on when God came along and brought a brand new love into my life. And we partied on the beach as one big family on the day that Elsa became my wife. So that superstar might think he's pretty cool, but me, I simply say thank you. Thank you. Time and time again, thank you. 'Cause he may have fans, but I got friends. Some old, some brand new. Thank you. When the show is over, you help me load my gear, and I buckle up and I head on down the road. Exactly where it's gonna lead is anybody's guess. I just want to say one thing before I go. Thank you. Grateful as can be, thank you for letting this boy up here live his dream. There's nothing else on earth I'd rather do. Thank you for just being who you are. Thank you for letting my music be a part of your life the way that you guys do. Thank you. And this little song's the least that I can do to thank you. How about Luis on the guitar on that one? What a great job, Luis. That sounded good. All right, now you got to play us one of yours. Go. You want to play another one? Why don't you play the long one? Is that cool? Yeah. And I'll run your sound up here for you. All right, guys. This is really fun having Luis. Thank you guys for being part of this. It's always a family affair here on the show, and it's great to have Luis on. So what do you got for us, Luis? This right here is Luis's exam for the semester. Okay? So you're going to let him know after the song if he needs to study more or if he's looking good. Please tell him to study more, because if you tell him not to, he's going to go off and party. I'm kidding. Lágrimas? So this song is called Lágrima? It's called Lágrima, which means like teardrop. Okay? So everybody give it up for Luis Mulligan. That was great, Luis. Great job. So when's the exam? It's coming up very soon. But anyway, give it up for Luis, everybody. Great job. We're gonna get him back up here, and when Luis comes back on his next song, he's gonna bring a special guest with him. And I'm gonna give you a hint. It's a family member. I think we know who we're talking about here. All right. So thank you, Luis. We got more requests coming up here. What a fun night this has been, at least for me. Thank you guys for letting me enjoy this tonight. Somebody said get Eric to play down here. Eric Stone, if you're still watching, we got to get you back here. It's been a long time since you've been in San Carlos. Eric spent some time, actually, last year it was, in San Felipe. And it's a great town, too, but I know he'd love spending time here in San Carlos. So, good. We got a couple of requests coming up here. I'm going to do one for Norma. I got one for the Dickinsons coming up here. Hammock, I see you on there, too. You're watching us from Miami, Florida tonight, I believe. Hi, Sherry Kaiser, watching us in Rocky Point. I will see you on May the 9th over at Margarita Mermaids. And Rudy, I'm going to try to get that song tonight, too. Thanks for the request on that. So, this next song I'm going to play for you is a song, it's the most recent one that I've recorded. Actually, it's not on any albums yet. It's eventually going to be on an album. But what you guys might not know is what I'm doing is, as I write new songs, and I'm recording them one by one, this being the first one here, I'm putting them on my streaming link. I now have a streaming channel, and this song is on it. It's not on any album, but it's on the streaming channel. Eventually, when I have 10 songs recorded, it'll come out on an album. But those of you who have the streaming channel can actually hear this song. And if you want to get that, just, contact me, email me after the show, and I'll give you the details. It's $40. It's all my music, and it's forever. And as new music comes out, you get it. It's like a season ticket, but permanent. And if you lose the link, I always just resend it to you. It's $40. It's a really, really great deal. There's already 143 songs on, but we're adding more and more songs. And this is one of them. I want to thank Sam Rainwater for the song. And Sam just did a house concert in Phoenix. Sam just got back from an 87-day long, I think it was, cruise. He's back on land, and we're going to get him back on this show again soon because he's back on dry land now. So this is a song that Sam wrote that I can really relate to, and so can some of my friends out there who are rum drinkers. Took a trip down Island Way, down south he did go, to the isle where nobody knows where to go when the volcano blows. He went to the bar for a rum and coke, asked for it really nice, but man, it tasted like pure rum. There was only one cube of ice. I said, hey man, what kind of drink is this? It's strong, it needs more ice. They said, it might sound crazy, but man, you be right. You see, down here, the economy is different, we all know why. You see, the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola, the Coke is cheaper than ice. Yeah, the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola, the Coke is cheaper than ice. If you want more Coca-Cola, now that's a double, I charge you twice. If you want to drink it nice and cold, ice is market price. Yeah, the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola, the Coke is cheaper than ice. Now they told me why this is so, here it's a long, long way. Things you catch, things you grow are cheap, it's the island way. But if you need to bring it here or use electricity, that costs much more. We don't do that, man. Hey, would you bring a cold drink for me? See, the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola, the Coke is cheaper than ice. If you want more Coca-Cola, now that's a double, I charge you twice. If you want to drink it nice and cold, ice is market price. You see, the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola, the Coke is cheaper than ice. Sometimes things are worth it, sometimes they're not. Sometimes you be thirsty, sometimes you just hot. Now everybody mixes cocktails their own way. down here we drink our rum straight. It's much cheaper that way. When you come down Island Way, things are different in every way. The salty seas, the skies are blue, the friendly people who welcome you. Just remember this, my friend, heed my advice. Hey, don't worry about rum, we got a lot of that here. Just bring your own Coke and ice, 'cause the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola. The Coke is cheaper than ice. If you want more Coca-Cola, now that's a double, I charge you twice. If you want to drink it nice and cold, ice is market price. Yeah, the rum is cheaper than the Coca-Cola. The Coke is cheaper than ice. Hey, don't worry about rum, we got a lot of that here. Just bring your own Coke and How about that? Mike comes up and says, "You ordered some ice." Oh, suddenly my drink got really expensive, didn't it, Mike? Salud, everybody. And I believe Sam and Elizabeth are watching us tonight, too. So everybody give a big round of applause to Sam for that song he wrote. What a great tune. Sam's such a good writer, and he's a lot of fun. And, of course, unlike the rest of us, he does it all for charity. So thank you, Sam Rainwater. Very cool. All right. We got some more requests. I'm going to get Luis back up here in a second, but I want to send one for the Dickinsons. They just got back in town tonight, and they are going to join us tomorrow at Cochode Beach. This is the annual event I do out there where I set up in the sand under this falling down palapa shack. Cochode Beach is nothing like San Carlos. It's 45 minutes away, but it's kind of what we call the real deal. It's where I used to live. It's a world away from San Carlos. It's not touristy at all. You don't really see any Americans or Canadians out there at all during the week. It's a working fishing beach with some shacks on it and really, really good food. Our friends tomorrow are going to find that out. We're going to drink some beer. We're going to nobody has to drive. We got a bus. We're going to eat some good seafood. And Luis is going to be out there. I'm going to put him to work bartending and serving beers to people. Elsa's going to be out there too. And so will Dave and Lindsay Dickinson, who wanted this next song. We're going to be looking at Cortez Waters, aren't we? Well, that's the name of the song. Going out for the Dickinsons. No sé si de la scenery south of the borders del disco. Sonora sunshine down on me. You never knew how much I need a moment like this, a moment like this. When my world came crashing in, I heard a voice off in the wind saying, "Come back home. Boy, you're not alone. So let your tides come rolling in. Splash some of that salt there on my skin, 'cause I'm home again. Wash me away in waves of Cortez water. Feel the ocean spray as the wind's coming off my sail. Each time I stray, the feeling hits me harder. I could leave, but I've learned, why even bother? I just come back to these Cortez waters. I feel your sand beneath my feet. Why do my footprints always lead right back to you? Right back to you. I guess when it's all said and done, you're the place I belong, and it sure feels nice don't need to think twice. I keep coming back. So many lessons that I've learned. Come on now, didn't you know that I'd return? Now I've returned to stay. Wash me away in waves of Cortez water. Feel the ocean spray as the wind's filling up my sail. Each time I stray, the feeling hits me harder. How I could leave, but I've learned, why even bother? I just come back to these Cortez waters. So blame the force of gravity, or maybe there's something wrong with me. A restless feeling running through my soul that led me back to this shore. So wash me away in waves of Cortez water. Feel the ocean spray as the wind's filling up my sail. What can I say? My words cannot describe it. How I could leave, but I've learned, why even bother? I just come back to these Cortez waters. You guys ready? Wash me away back to these Cortez waters. Wash me away back to these Cortez waters. Wash me away. We're back in these Cortez waters. All right. Well, thank you very much. I think on that note, we're going to bring Luis back up here. And Marcy and Sharon out there watching this show, we're going to give you a special version of this show, of this song, because it's going to be not only Luis and me, but we're getting Elsa up here to join us for this one. So, Pablo, can you bring that microphone back around here? We're going to put Elsa on it. And yes. Let's see. I think we can do this. Did Elsa just say I need more? Are you drinking vodka, Elsa? What are you drinking? Did you just say I need more vodka? That scares me. Yeah, it scares us, Luis says. All right, we're setting up another mic. Elsa, you ready to come up here and join us? Because Marcy and Sharon refuse to listen to this song from just Luis and me. They want to hear Elsa joining us. But Elsa will only do it if the crowd chants her name out there. Everybody, Elsa, Elsa, Elsa. Here she comes. So, hold on. Si quieres, how about you a little that way, Luis? Sí, en la mano para Elsa. ¿Está bien? Thank you, Pablo, for all the help. By the way, the pictures you're seeing tonight, that's Anais working her magic. Everybody give it up for her. Hold on. Are you good? Okay. Elsa, come on up.
No está prendido, ¿verdad? Hola.
Sí.
Hola, sí.
Okay. Luis, we're going to keep up 1, G, A minor, D. All right. Elsa, y el micrófono tienes que ponerse aquí. Sí, porque es... We're already arguing on camera. Our marriage is falling apart on camera. I said, you got to get right on the mic. She goes, you know that I always do that.
I already know.
All right, everybody, give it up for Elsa. Hold on a second. All right, Luis. 1 second. Let me get Luis' guitar up a little bit. Luis, play a little bit.
Las horas más lindas las paso contigo, sí. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensar, amor. Tú me acostumbraste a ser como un niño. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensar, amor. Pídeme la luna y te la bajaré. Pídeme estrella, hasta allá me iré. Más nunca me digas no te quiero más, porque estas palabras me hacen mucho mal. Pídeme la vida y te demostraré cuánto yo te quise y cuánto te amaré. Tú fuiste y has sido para mí el amor, regalo más lindo que me ha dado Dios. quisiera esta noche tenerte conmigo, sí. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Tú me acostumbraste a ser como un niño. No quiero ni pensar si un día me faltas tú. No quiero ni pensarlo, amor. Pídeme la luna y te la bajaré. Pídeme una estrella, hasta allá me iré. Más nunca me digas no te quiero más, porque estas palabras me hacen mucho mal. Pídeme la vida y te demostraré cuánto yo te quise y cuánto te amaré. Tú fuiste y has sido para mí el amor, regalo más lindo que me ha dado Dios. La 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 la.
How about these guys? We're going to get both of them back up here. We're going to get Luis back up here in just a little while. Elsa, great job. All right. Very cool. We got more requests coming up. This is fun tonight. Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am out there. Hey, I'm going to do a song for Hammock. Hammock is out there watching. I appreciate you joining us tonight from Miami on this one, Hammock. And I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Now it's spelled Hamehk. But I think what he told me back when we did the Buffett tribute was that his name is pronounced Hammock. And if that's true, that is so cool of a name. Hammock? Oh, my God. I love that name. So, Hammock, this one goes out for you. And salud, by the way. It's a Jimmy Buffett song you wanted to hear. We're going to do that. The Jimmy Buffett tribute in Arizona was so fun. Thanks to all of you guys who came out. It was a sold-out event. Kelly McGuire, Rudy B, and I played that one. And we're going to do it again, probably next year. And Rudy and I have one coming up in San Diego, June the 8th, I believe it is. So if you're within driving distance or a cheap Southwest flight to San Diego, these Buffett tributes are a lot of fun. And this next song that Hammock requested is one you're going to hear. It's really challenging to drink a rum and coke when you have a harmonica thing like this in your mouth. But I find a way to make it happen. I'm a motivated drinker. Mother, Mother Ocean, I have heard you call. I've wanted to sail upon your water since I was 3 feet tall. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. Watch the man who rode you switch from sails to steam. And in your belly you hold the treasures if you have ever seen. Most of them dream. Most of them dreams. Let's do this next line together, everybody. Yes, I am a pirate, 200 years too late. The cannons don't thunder, there's nothing to plunder. I'm an over 40 victim of fate, arriving too late. Arriving too late. But I done a bit of smuggling. I've run my share of grass. I made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast. Never meant to last. Never meant to last. And I have been drunk now for over 2 hours. Passed out and I rallied and I sprung a few leaks, but I gotta stop wishing. Got to go fishing down to rock bottom again with just a few friends. With just a few friends. I go for younger women. No comments from the crowd, please. Live with several a while. Though I ran them away, they'll come back someday. Still could manage to smile. Just takes a while. Just takes a while. Mother, Mother Ocean, after all the years I've found, my occupational hazard being my occupation's just not around. Feel like I've drowned. Gonna head uptown. I feel like I've drowned. Gonna head uptown. All right. Thank you, Hammock, for the request. All right. So we got more requests coming up, and Luis is on his way back up after this song. Tim, thank you for handling the request as you have. What do we got here? Oh, Phyllis has one she'd like to hear. Barbara Schmidt, I see you on there too. And Mike and Jamie, of course, I have your song coming up. And then Tim actually has a blank piece of paper, which means nobody wants to hear anything from me. I get the point, Tim. All right, we got some good ones on here. Now, there's several people who wanted to hear this next song. Tim, could I get the other sheet there? I'm going to send one out here for, hold on. I'm going to send this one out for Phyllis. Phyllis would like to send this one out for Dennis, who is watching in Alaska. Phyllis Swarner is in Phoenix right now. I saw her last week at the Kelly McGuire show. Missing Dennis, and he's up in Kenai, Alaska. They're great, great people. And I'm going to sneak this one. It was written by Tom Shepard. He let me record this song on my White Sand Warm Sun album. And it sounds like a lot of you guys. Kind of sounds like something I got to do myself. Simplify. Pura cámaras. He walked right in the kitchen, took her hand and said, I got to talk to you. There's something I've been thinking about, couple questions I need some answers to. Do we own this house, baby, or does this house own us? And those Harleys in the driveway, they're just collecting dust. One's got a flat. What's up with that? Had to buy some big lawn tractor for that yard we had to have. Now the only time we're out there is when we're cutting all that grass. And how cool's a pool we never get to use? But what if we simplified, traded in our super size for something smaller, spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar, took back our lives? What if you and I simplify? We work so many hours to keep everything we have. We could let some of it go and buy our freedom back. Am I insane? Girl, are you game? Now I can't even tell you who we're trying to impress. We could sell one of the bikes and take the other one out west and see Wyoming. Just you and me. What if we simplified, traded in our super size for something smaller, spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar, took back our lives? What if you and I simplify? What if we simplified, traded in our super size for something smaller, spent more time on us and less time on chasing a dollar, took back our lives? What if you and I simplify? Took back our lives. What if you and I simplify? Well, she looked at him real funny. Then she smiled. She said, I'll call up the realtor. You go air up that tire. Thank you, Phyllis, for the request, and thank you, Tom Shepard, for letting me do that song. It's one of my favorite songs that Tom has written. If you don't have Tom's album called The Pelican, it's one that I really recommend. It's Tom's latest album. Came out actually about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. But I'll tell you what, I play it all the time, and Tom's had some big, big hits, Riding with Private Malone, Redneck Yacht Club, and all those. But I'll tell you what, as an album, The Pelican is my favorite album that he's done. I think you will love it too. I'm going to give you another request here, and then I'm going to get Luis back up here. I'm going to try to sneak all these in tonight. We got some good ones here. I'm going to send one out for Chris. Chris is watching us in Rocky Point. Longtime friend. She owns Margarita Mermaids, and that's where my big show with Mike Nash is. It's such a great bar. It's a restaurant bar. It's on the Malecon over by the Viña del Mar. Just great views. They're great people. Her employees are awesome. But most of all, Chris and Rick, the owners, are just great people. I'm going to do one song, and then I'll get you out. I'll do one song. You got it. But so this one's going to go out for Chris, and then I'm going to get Luis back up here to join me for a song. I'm going to have him do one for you after this. Chris, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the shows you've hosted. And by the way, Rick, if you're watching with Chris, the artwork you are putting out is just absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. I just saw one on Facebook today. I'm amazed at what some of my friends out there are doing artistically. Tom Shepard is a great artist, drawing. Kelly McGuire with his paintings. And now looking at what Rick from Rick and Chris here, Nichols from Margarita Mermaids. It's just amazing. I got to get some talent at some point, folks. This song goes out for Chrissy. She'd like to hear this one. I got to. Those 3 words I grumble just like you. Saying I got to. I sigh and dread those things I gotta do. I gotta get up every morning. I gotta fight rush hour traffic. Gotta do that 9 to 5 thing. Gotta pay my taxes. I don't want to. I got to. Then it hits me just when I think I got it pretty bad. How many folks would gladly take those burdens off my back? That big list of I got to's that belongs to me and you. It's got a few things on it others wish they got to do. Little voice says it's a choice. You can say I ain't got to, or you can say I get to. I get to go to work and put in a good 8 hours. I get to cash a paycheck, get to have a job, instead of looking for work or getting laid off. Sounds kinda crazy, but it's true. You can say I ain't got to, or you can say I get to. Now a dozen times you circled round that jam-packed parking lot, half a mile away. That's where you found the closest empty spot. Here comes that old I got to, about how far you gotta walk, as the car door slams behind you and you stomp off down the block. Now there you go, but don't you know, you can say I ain't got to, or you can say I get to. I get to stretch my legs and get some exercise, 'cause I maybe there's someone else out there who'd give anything to ditch that wheelchair. She'd gladly walk twice as far as you. So you could say I got to, or you could say I get to. I know it's just one letter out of 3, but take that O and change it to E. Instead of saying I got to, try saying I get to. And a lot of things might not seem all that bad. That traffic jam ain't backed up quite so far. When you say I'm blessed, I get to own a car. And those property taxes I gotta pay, they're 'cause I get to go home to a house each day. You'll see things from a different point of view when you quit saying I got to, start saying I get to. Instead of I got to, I get to. No more I got to, I'm gonna say I get to. I do. So do all of you. We get to. All right. I say we get Luis up here. He gets to sing a song, get to play a song for us right now. I said singing. You should have seen his eyes. So Luis is going to do a song for us, and then I still got time for a couple more requests. Hi, Kathy Marler. I'm going to try to get yours in, too. And I got Mike and Jamie here. I think we know what that means. And Barbara, I'm going to try to get yours in, too. Thank you for joining us. Barbara, you've been such a loyal supporter of this show, too. Is Joe Fritz watching us? Oh, Joe. Does he want to hear that song, too? Joe was our fiddle player, of course, who was with us 2 weeks ago. You know, I met him at a party, and most of the artists I bring on here are people that are kind of well-known people. And Joe, I met at a party, and wow, I was amazed by his talent. He came on here 2 weeks ago, did a great show. I already can't wait for him to get back here to Mexico so we can do another one. Joe, thank you for watching. We got Luis back on stage. Give it up for my kid. So you have another one, a short one, right? Okay. So hold on, Luis. Let me get this on. All right. I'm going to let Luis take this one here, and then I'll do a couple of requests after that, and then we're going to come back, Luis and me, and do a song that everybody is going to sing along to, or we're going to throw you out even if you're watching from your house. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to throw you out. All right? Give it up for Luis. Take it, Luis. You got it. Luis, great job, man. Those are some complex chords. That's amazing. Great job, Luis. All right. Well, everyone's wishing you luck on your exam. I'll tell them why we don't know what the teachers actually went on strike. How come my teachers never went on strike? I prayed that my teachers would go on strike. They never did. But his teachers are on strike right now, so he's getting a little bit of a break, and he's hanging out with us. But his exam is coming up soon. Do you guys think he's going to pass it? All right. So, Luis, I'm going to get you back up here in a couple of songs. Let me turn that off. Hold on. And the next song Luis is going to do with me, just so you know, is going to be nowhere near as complex or cultural as that last song. And I think you might know where we're going to go with it. See that thing over there? Hey, and by the way, speaking of that avocado hanging behind me, one thing that was so special about last week was a couple that watched this show, Mark and Debbie Harmon from Indiana. They watch the show every week along with so many of you guys. They actually flew out to Arizona, and they came to my shows with Rudy and with Kelly McGuire. They were at last Monday's Facebook show. They helped out with the show, taking requests from people. That's what I love about this show. That was the first time I really got to meet them. Everybody I meet from this show, I swear, from the second I meet you, it's like family. Even though some of us only know each other from the names we see on the on the request sheet here, man, it's like we already know each other when we finally do get that chance to run into each other. It's been 4 years now we've been doing this. This thing was only supposed to be a half a dozen shows, and you guys are the ones who've made it so special. Thank you for inviting me into your family and let me be a part of this week after week, and thank you for supporting my wife, my kids, all of us the way you do. It means the world to us. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. Well, I tell people this all the time. I tell also, look, if you guys are tired of me, I get it. I'm tired of me. So just send me a note. It could be an anonymous note, okay? And it could be signed by, it could be like, Mark, there's 50 of us out here. We don't want to give our names. We're sick of you. And I will pack up my guitar and I'll leave. Go bother somebody else. So thank you very much. I'm going to send the song out for Kathy Marler. Kathy is a dear friend. So Kathy, like I said, is a dear friend. We know each other. She's hosted me up in Canada with Kelly McGuire and Sonny Jim, and her late husband Mark. What a great guy Mark was. I got to tell you just a very, very quick story. So the way I met Mark and eventually met Kathy was I was on a boat on my way back from Belize. I was going to take a boat from the mainland. Then I was going to take a 5-hour bus ride from Chetumal on the Mexico mainland up to Cancun, where my car was waiting for me. Okay, while I was on this boat, it was a boat, with the deck maybe had about 15 people up on the top. Going to be about an hour and a half long ride. I think we were leaving San Pedro at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, Mark Marler, who I didn't know yet, was up on the top of the boat, and I saw him pop open a beer, and his buddy started drinking a beer. And I thought, oh, that's weird. They're going to have a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, next thing I knew, it was about 8:15. They popped another one. About 8:30 or so, they were well into each of them a 6-pack, and we hadn't even got to the mainland yet. So I didn't know these guys from Adam, right? So here I was about to take a bus 5 hours. So I went up to Mark Marler, total stranger, never met him in my life, and said, "Hey man, how's it going? Where are you going when you get to the mainland?" He says, "I'm driving up to Cancun." I said, "You want me to drive you?" And he looks at me and goes, "Sure." Took his keys out of his pocket and handed them to me. And I remember hearing a buddy of him next to him going, "Don't you think we ought to know who this guy is before we give him your car keys?" And Mark looks at me and says, "Nah, he's all right." And that's what struck up our friendship. We met on a boat from Belize, and I was his designated driver that day. We made several stops along the way, gave him the scenic tour. Later ended up playing for Kathy, who requested this song up in Canada, and we all wish Kathy well. She just lost Mark lately, the last 6 months, and he was a great, great guy, just a character, larger than life. And so I'm going to send this song out, Kathy, not only for you, but I'm going to send it out that way to Mark, because this is the total type of song he would have been into. So, Mark, thanks for letting me be your designated driver. A beach bar and a blender, Coronas and copper tone. Fresh lobster and coconut shrimp, I can taste it on my tongue. But I wake up from my daydream, it's on my case. Something I did sure made him mad. And I I need a good day real bad. So blame it on the wind chill, or maybe it's the rain. Pull me out of my cubicle and put me on a plane. A latitude adjustment's exactly what I need. No shirt, no shoes required. Someplace warm I can chill out for a while. San Pedro, St. Thomas, St. Hotter than hell is cool with me. St. Carlos or St. Croix, I don't care. Send me down to St. Anywhere. A beach bar in Mexico, a boat down in Belize. It's a puddle jump to paradise, the Caribbean or the Keys. I've used up all my sick days, so I'm calling in dead. I could get canned, but I don't care. I've had it up to here, I'm going down there. Where waking up at the crack of noon means your day has just begun. Where the ice in my glass barely lasts till I pour me another one. Where seagulls and pelicans chase the sun across the sky. I'll be watching as some sailboat disappears. Just another day in St. Anywhere. I need a bright and breezy, really lazy day in the tropical sun. So pick a saint and put me toward the sea. As I'm tearing off my necktie, dreaming about a Mai Tai. So close your eyes and come along with me, 'cause girl, we ought to be in St. Mark's or St. John's or St. Bart's. I'm halfway there wondering where you are. St. Carlos or St. Lucia, I don't care. Send me down to St. Anywhere. They can have St. Paul, I'll take St. Pete. So adios, boss, I'm out of here. Destination St. Anywhere. Catch you there, St. Anywhere. Going on for Kathy Marler. Kathy, thank you for watching tonight. Really appreciate you tuning in. All right. So, Marcy is Marcy, what does it say? Oh, wow. So, Chris, if you are still watching from Margarita Mermaids, you're going to love what one of our viewers just said. Marcy out there would like me to tell everybody about the awesome fried chicken at Margarita Mermaids. This is not actually brought to you by Chris from Margarita Mermaids. This is from Marcy, and I got to tell you, it is awesome. There was a band playing right outside the window, okay? These guys had drums. There was a big tuba. It was right outside the window of Margarita Mermaids on a Saturday night. It was totally disrupting my music. I'm up there with an acoustic guitar, and they're 20 feet away outside the glass, just pulsating music, kind of destroying the night. I went out there, talked to these guys, and said, hey, guys, can I get you to pack it up? Can you wait for like 1 hour? No, man, this is how we make our money. So finally I went out there and tried to bribe them, and that didn't even work. I mean, I offered them like $30. They said, no, we make more than that in tips. Well, then we pulled out the big guns, folks. I went and talked to Chris and said, can we hit these boys up with some fried chicken? I went out there and offered them fried chicken. That music went off. And ever since then, that band that plays outside the window is known to us at Margarita Mermaid as the Fried Chicken Band. It's that good. All right, so I'm going to do one more request here, and then I've got Luis coming up to join me for a song. This has really been fun. Oh, I have to make it 2 more requests. Barbara, I wanted to get hers in, and I have one for Mike and Jamie. Is it okay if I do 2 requests, then we'll get Luis up here? No one's going to throw bottles at their TV sets? All right. Salud, everybody. Any Kenny Chesney fans out there? I'm excited. He's got a brand new album out, and it's a good album, of course. You know, he's got my players from my album, my guitar players too. What great music he puts out consistently. This is a song that Kenny didn't write. It was written by a guy named James Slater, who's also an awesome writer, but he's unknown. He's the guy who writes the songs, other people sing them. Wow, this song hits home for a lot of us who live in Mexico. Those of us here in San Carlos might find the character of the song not in Playa del Carmen like the song, but out that way at a fishing village called La Manga. And his name is Jose. He shows up in a few songs, if you haven't noticed. Sometimes he's late for work. But in this song, he's selling his fish. Going out for Barbara. It was early one morning in Playa del Carmen. That's when I first met Jose. He had a 12-foot schooner and a 3-foot cooler full of the catch of the day. He was wrinkled and grinning from all the sun he had been in. He was barefoot, cerveza in hand. He said, "Gracias, senor," as I paid him too much for all of the snapper he had. I told him, "My friend, it ain't nothing," in the best broken Spanish I knew. "I make a good living back where I come from." He smiled and said, "Amigo, me too." He said, "I fish and play my guitar and laugh at the bar with my friends. Go home to my wife and pray every night I can do it all over again." Somewhere over Texas, I thought of my Lexus and all the stuff I'd worked so hard for, and how the things I had gathered from climbing that ladder just didn't seem to matter much anymore. They say my nest egg ain't ready to hatch yet. They keep holding my feet to the fire. They call it paying the price so that one day in life I'll have what I need to retire and just fish and play my guitar and laugh at the bar with my friends. Go home to my wife and pray every night I can do it all over again. And to think that for only one moment I actually thought that I had it made, when the truth is I'm really just dying to live like Jose and just fish and play my guitar and laugh at the bar with my friends. Go home to my wife and pray every night I can do it all over again. And play my guitar and laugh at the bar with my friends. Go home to my wife and pray every night I can do it all over again. That be the life. Going out for Barbara and Bob. Thank you guys for watching the show, the Schmitz. All right, I'm going to do one for Mike and Jamie, and then we're going to get Luis up here. Now, the first song is going to be mushy, and the second song is going to be really mushy, just so you know. But Mike and Jamie, if I'm going to play this song for you, you look so comfortable in your chair there. That ends right now. Get out of your chair, Mike, and ask that beautiful woman to dance. How long you guys been married now? They're thinking about it. They said 45 years plus or minus 7 years. They can't remember right now. So Pablo might throw a camera over on these two for a little bit because this is kind of their song. But you know what's cool, Mike and Jamie? The people sitting right behind you, Tim and Dina, this is their song too. When I got to play their 50th wedding anniversary, and this was their song too. So if you two feel like getting up and dancing, the dance floor is yours, all right? Slow it down for one song, then we'll get Luis back up here. Granddad fell in love with my grandma back in 25. He knew right then she was the one. Now there they are in black and white. And as I wipe the dust off of that frame, I know that they're together once again. I would have loved to live back when the world didn't spin so fast. Things were different way back then. Yeah, love was made to last. It was more than just some store-bought ring. Now those vows they made meant everything. I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on the wall and remember how it all began. When I took your hand and said, I want to love you like that. One day we stood up before God and everyone we knew. I gave my word, you gave your heart, and we softly said I do, with a promise to live faithfully for not a day less than eternity. So here we are now, me and you, raising 4 kids of our own. We've done the best that we can do to make this house into a home, and our kids will meet someone someday. When they look at us, I hope that they will say, I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began. When I took your hand and said, I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began. When I took your hand and said, I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. Tim, Dina, Mike, Jamie, thank you for getting out and dancing. Luis, let's get up here now. If you thought that song was mushy, Luis and I are going to give you mushy. Okay, we're going to close it out with the mushiest song of the night. And I hope you've enjoyed having Luis on tonight. It's been special for me, obviously. Thank you, Elsa, also, for getting up and singing with us. She did a great job on Pídeme la Luna. I'm going to see some of you guys out at the beach tomorrow, out at Cochode Beach. And then I'll see some of you guys in Rocky Point on May 9th at Margarita Mermaids with Mike Nash. May 11th, I'll be in Cholla Bay. And then in San Diego, we're doing that big Jimmy Buffett tribute with Rudy B. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then we got summer dates, don't forget, in Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Colorado, bouncing around Nevada, Arizona. It's going to be a lot of fun. New Mexico. So thank you, guys. I hope you'll go on my website, markmulligan.net, and check out the summer tour because I'd love to sing for you up there. Next week, I'm not going to be with you on Monday, but I think the next show is going to be on May the 1st, and I wanted to run something by you guys. It's up to you. I'm a huge 70s fan of music. I love John Denver. I love Cat Stevens, James Taylor, America. Do you guys love all those? So we did one time a Jim Croce tribute, and we did a Jimmy Buffett tribute. But I never got a chance to play like Gordon Lightfoot, Cat Stevens, America, all those things I love. I've always wanted to do just one show of the songs that really impacted me in the 70s. And I thought what I would do is take requests early on that one. If you have a James Taylor song, a John Denver song, Gordon Lightfoot, Eagles, whatever it may be, from the 1970s. And I'd like to do a show on May the 1st that's just all those songs. If you're into it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do my homework. You send me the request, I'll do my best to learn the song, and it'll be a lot of fun. May the 1st, that's a Wednesday night. That'll probably be the next show that we do from here. All right, let me get Luis back on here. Hold on. All right. Now, Luis doesn't have a microphone, but Luis, have you had a good time tonight? Good, good. His girlfriend is here. Yada Set is with us, and she's so nice, beautiful girl, and they've been together a long time. And she's here supporting Luis. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. And studio audience, you guys are great. Tim and Dina, thank you for your help. You guys are such a big part of the show. Pablo, Anais, they work their magic every week. Give it up for those two. Give it up for those two. And all of you guys for keeping the show going. And Elsa, great job. And Luis, it's been so fun having you on the show tonight. So, all right. That was mushy. Let's give it mushy. What do you think, Luis? You ready? This goes with That Avocado, provided by Mark and Debbie Harmon, who I hope are watching us tonight. You ready, Luis? Everybody ready for some guacamole? Oh, come on. Hold on. Let's see if they're ready or not. Guacamole. Okay, they're ready. How about you guys? Guacamole. Okay, so Luis played all those really cultural songs. Like there was like Study in G or whatever it was called. Okay. This is his most challenging piece yet, folks. I met her at the Mercado. She was buying avocados. And man, she really turned me on. She reached for my pepper and I grabbed her tomato. I knew it wouldn't take very long. Walked up to La Mesa, she picked up some cerveza, so I picked up some onions and limon. And the way she looked at me, man, I could clearly see that it wouldn't take very long. Guacamole, guacamole, we'd be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole, guacamole, we'd be making guacamole all night long. I will not stop singing this song until Luis gives me a guacamole. Okay, right? She walked up to the line. I fell in right behind, and man, she sure looked good to me. Que bonita. She reached for her money. I said, wait a minute, honey. I believe this one is on me. We got in my pickup. We started to back up. We headed on down the road. We went into her casa. We ate tortillas de masa, and we made guacamole all night long. Guacamole, guacamole, guacamole. We'd be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole, guacamole. We'd be making guacamole all. Hey, you know what? I just realized this song is missing. You guys, studio audience, get behind the bar. We need your voices. Come on, studio audience. We're going to close it out with you guys. Come on. Paul, Jackie, Elena, Tim, Dina. Yada Set, si quieres. Elsa, ¿dónde estás? Okay, you guys ready? Hope everybody's enjoyed Luis tonight. Here we go. Guacamole. Guacamole. We'd be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole, guacamole. We were making guacamole all night. Okay, just you guys now. Guacamole, guacamole. haciendo guacamole toda la noche. Guacamole, guacamole. We were making guacamole all night long. Thank you, Luis. Hope you had fun. Thank you, everybody. We will see you on May the 1st. Thank you, guys. Good job, you guys.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the Music Man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the Music Man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.